Hey, good morning, everyone. What's up? And welcome back to The Key and another edition of Key by the Numbers. This week's number is going to be 12, and we're still in 215-13, and that is handcuffing kids in school. Now, the number is 12 because we're talking about specifically metal cuffs. Now, suffice it to say, the job really does not want you to put metal cuffs on anyone less than 12. That means 11. So they give you two bright line rules here. One is you really shouldn't do it unless there's no other way. And the other rule is an absolute. So one's not an absolute and one is an absolute. And this is where test questions come from. So when it comes to metal cuffs, the patrol guy starts out by saying, whenever possible, metal cuffs should not be used on a student less than 12, that means 11, without prior approval of the precinct NCO, the patrol sergeant, or the school safety supervisor. It says whenever possible. That means you can if there's no time and your personal safety is in jeopardy. Now, when it comes to handcuffing kids less than 12, that means 11. Now the job says in the patrol guide, you will not cuff them to a rail, a piece of furniture, a fixed object. There's no exception there. So when it comes to putting metal cuffs on kids less than 12, that means 11, they're saying, we really don't want you to do it without approval of the precinct NCO, the patrol sergeant, or the school safety supervisor. Whenever possible, okay? Technically, that means you can do it without their approval if your personal safety is in jeopardy, right? But the rule that has no exception, it says you will not cuff a child less than 12, that means 11, to a fixed object, not a rail, a bar, anything like that. So there's no exception to that rule. Okay, so that's going to be it for this week's Key by the Numbers. Before I go, I want to tell you something very exciting. I'm sure you've seen the video from George by now that we strongly suspect that there's going to be a captain's exam coming down the pipe. The Key is starting live captain's courses on Saturday, November 22nd. I suggest that you hit all the social media websites. You check out the Key website to get registered for that. We're giving away all kinds of stuff, admin guide, all this kind of stuff. And because it's the only class being given right now, starts November 22nd, everybody from the Key is going to be involved. George will be involved. Our new guy, Russo, me, everyone, John Monahan, will all be involved in this captain's course. If you're taking the captain's test, you know you've already sat through a sergeant's exam, a lieutenant's exam, and this is your last one. Get into it, study hard, and pass. That's it. Make the list. Get those double butter bars. Okay? Until we see you again next time, remember that preparation is the key. Peace out.